talking Laguini to make it make sense. You had you a bag, but that was the past. You had the shit since. Hey, where it went? We all in the game, we ballin' real hard and we came off the bench. We were just selling them things and getting that green. I feel like the Grinch. When you talking to me and you talking Laguini to make it make sense. Say that you had you a bag, but that was the past. You had the shit since. Hey, where it went? We all in the game, we ballin' real hard and we came off the bench. We were just selling them things and getting that green. I feel like the Grinch.
Yeah, going about cash, man. Welcome, man. Another episode of Make It Make Sense.
Make it make sense, man.
Back in full effect.
Yeah.
2025.
Yeah.
Happy New Year to everybody.
New
I know
year,
y'all ain't seen
man. New money, man. New goals.
New year, new money, new blessings.
Yeah.
You know we going up.
New guests.
New guests.
Yeah.
You know we all supporting each other. You know.
Definitely.
New year, new everything, man. You know. What's going on, Squeeze? How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. How you?
How you feeling? I'm good, man. I can't complain, man.
Definitely. We
Ain't
got a
do no
special
good
guest
anyway.
today.
We ain't doing no complaining.
Definitely.
We ain't doing no complaining. We just going up, man, and maintaining.
Definitely.
But yeah, we got a special guest today. You know, we're gonna let her introduce herself.
Yeah,
What's your
right.
name?
How y'all doing? I'm Jay White, also known as the GOAT.
Definitely. The pig is the
Definitely
goat.
That's
Definitely. What's up? That what's up? How you doing?
I can't complain. How y'all doing?
We good.
Pretty
Say,
decent. Appreciate
ain't
that.
no complaining over here either.
Amen.
Appreciate that.
New
Thank
year, new goals. What you got going for the new year?
Same old, just trying to get richer and richer.
Definitely.
You know.
That's right.
Definitely. That's what's up.
Gotta keep them goals in mind.
Definitely.
Amen.
Any new goals? Any
Not
New Year
really.
resolution?
Retire. I mean, that's
Type
a
shit.
that's
Oh,
a
you
new
trying to
goal.
retire soon?
Hey, this year.
That's
soon.
rich talk.
That's the goal, man.
Yeah, definitely. That is
That's
the
the
goal.
goal.
This
Yeah.
year,
Yeah.
amen.
Oh, this year?
It's
Oh,
the
you
quit,
trying to-
yes.
oh,
The quit on your own.
Definitely. And just sit back and everything.
You want to do podcasts forever?
Nah, I got goals.
Exactly.
Definitely. I got goals. We gonna get in. We gonna
It's a
make
stepping
our
stone.
mark.
You want to rap forever?
Nah, yeah.
I know that's right.
You do? You want to rap forever?
Nah,
Nah, but I get
I
what
said
you
you
said.
right.
I get
Oh,
what you're
okay.
going with.
Get it. I get
You don't
it.
want to do nothing
No,
forever.
you don't want to
Nah.
do nothing forever.
Never.
Yeah, you don't want to do nothing forever.
It's all about, setting goals and then getting financially stable to where, you get
Amen.
generational wealth.
Amen, I
So
like
you
that.
can sit back and chill. And then maybe they can run the business or something. Or
Amen.
something, type
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, gotta have something set up for them kids, man. You know
Definitely.
what I mean? I always say I don't want my kids to have the same, I ain't gonna say excuses, but like setbacks that I had
Yes.
growing up. So I,
Yes.
you know, in order for me to, I gotta walk that walk. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I can't give them no reasons to. No, you gotta
Yes.
put everything in place in order for them to succeed. So
Yes, you better
that being
preach.
said, gotta put your best foot forward every day, man.
Yes.
Continue to strive.
Definitely.
No matter what nobody say about you,
Definitely.
no matter how shit going,
Definitely.
no matter what the situation or the
Definitely.
Amen.
circumstances is.
I love to hear that.
You know what I
Yes.
mean?
It should make you go
Always
harder.
It should make you go harder,
Yeah.
definitely.
The worse of the situation, the harder you go.
I swear.
Yeah.
Turn me up. Make me a monster.
Yes.
Speaking of going hard, okay. You do the credit repairs and stuff. right?
Yes.
Okay. How did you get into getting into the credit thing?
That's a good question. So credit repair is my claim to fame because, of course, like a lot of people my age, I had bad credit. I wasn't taught about credit growing up.
Yeah.
At
You know.
the age when you started, you said at your age, but at the age when you started, you had this what you
No,
said.
so yeah, when I started repairing my own credit, I had bad credit.
Okay.
And I actually wanted to buy a house. I had, just had a son, and I wanted to buy a house. I was working 2 jobs, so I had always been hard working. And I went into the bank, I applied for a loan to buy a house, and they told me no. And I was working 2 jobs, working really hard. So I'm like, well, I know I make the money, I'm paying rent. Why can't I buy a house?
Instantly, you knew how important credit was.
Yes. So I went to the library and I started checking out every single book that had to do with financial literacy. And I just started reading the books and doing something crazy, which is applying it to my life. And I saw my credit score shoot up 50 points, then 100 points, then 100 points, then 150 points, then 200
what was
points.
the time frame and all this? How long was it take?
It took about 6 months to a year.
Okay.
Yes, because I was still working. I was a single mother, and then I still had to, go back and forth to work,
I was
and
gonna
I
say,
did
everyday
everything
life.
myself.
Yeah.
And that's why I always encourage people, no matter what I do with my business, I always encourage you to do it for yourself. Because once you do it for yourself, you can do it for other people. You can help people in your family. You can help your children make sure that they don't make the same mistakes, no matter what it is, and it doesn't just start and end with credit.
Definitely.
So that's how I got into credit. I was my own first client, right? Then I started fixing my family and friends credit. And I remember my uncle, he was like, it's something different about you. You know, like, you really kind of like this. Like, you're like a geek with it. The way you explain it, the way you break it down. So I was still working my 2 jobs. My coworkers started coming to me and saying like, oh, you know, we know that you're driving a different type of car, but you working here with us. So, you know, like, what you doing? So I started telling them credit tips. I started telling my hairdresser credit tips.
And you doing all this free, just free game.
Free game, yes.
So basically, you weren't withholding nothing.
I wasn't withholding any information.
Yeah.
And I don't work no more, so I can say this.
Gotcha.
But I was literally at work, and on my work computer, I would stop, you know, on my lunch break, I would type up letters for people. You know, I would take phone calls, and then people start offering to tip me. Then, you know, tips turned into, hey. And I noticed that my phone was ringing. I didn't have time to do the work. So I was like, dang, I got to get off these people's job, you know, with this credit stuff.
Yeah. That's when it became your full time.
Yes. So what? Not even then. I never set out to do this as a business. Crazy. You know, it just happened. So my auntie had a restaurant on 45th and Moncrief. And yes. So I was like, you know what? I got to get everybody in one place. I can't keep, and I didn't want to keep saying the same thing over and over. You know, you're taking calls all day for free, saying, hey, go do this, go do that, go do this. Then I remember I started doing $10 consultations. So I started charging $10
like giving them a little game about
to tell you what to do.
How long was it? Like, if you for the 10, it's like a quick 10, 20 minutes.
It's like a 15-minute call, yeah. And so I was like, I got to get everybody in one place at one time. I'm going to tell y'all everything to do. Then y'all go and y'all have a nice life. So at my auntie's restaurant, she served the food. We had meatballs, dirty rice, seafood salad, all that good stuff. And I had a credit seminar. For my first credit seminar, I charged people $50 at my auntie's restaurant. She has a food truck now. Shout out to her.
So you was young doing all this?
No, this was in I started selling the tickets in 2019. This was in 2020. January 5th, 2020. It's still on my Facebook and my Instagram.
Speak on it and how good you is, I would think
that shit was bad.
So yes, 5 years ago, actually, this month made 5 years. January 5th, 2020 was my first seminar. And it was just amazing, like the feedback. I still got the videos and everything on my social media pages. But I remember one lady came up to me after the seminar because I was like, okay, you know, y'all know what y'all doing, but I go fix your credit. And this lady, she was like, I think I used to work with her daughter at one of my jobs. And she was like, I don't have time to do everything. I know that you know what you're doing. Can you just do it for me? I was like, but I don't do that. Like, you know. So she was like, but I trust you. You going to send me out here to these wolves, or are you going to do it? So she was like, just tell me a price, and I got you. And I didn't have any prices because I don't do this. So I just made up a number. I was like, give me $300. And she went in her purse and gave me $300.
Okay,
so I was like, shoot, I like this feeling. You know, how many $300 can I get? And so that's how I started. And then she would tell a friend, that friend would tell a friend. And before I know it, I looked up. I was still working 2 jobs. I had made about $40,000 in 30 days just doing credit repair. So I was like, well, damn. If I take that time away from working 2 jobs, if I'm doing this on the side and I do it full time, imagine how much money I can make. So that is how I got into doing credit full time. Yes.
So you just quit your job?
I just quit. I didn't even give either one of them a 2-week notice. So I really just stepped out on faith. To this day, I can't go back to neither one. Yeah, and I'm 5 years retired. So.
You know what? And that's what's up. I salute you for that.
Thank you.
What you're doing, excuse me, to be honest, you really what our community need.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, as black people, majority, we not taught nothing about credit like everybody else. You know
we didn't talk about finances at all at my dinner table.
Financial literacy, none of that.
We had like our mom and them putting shit in our name.
All
and
type
shit.
of. That's what
we ain't know. Our parents ain't even know back.
And just like I tell a friend, like when I was little, like my mama gave us a food stamp. You know, back in the day we had the coupon food stamps. So I wanted a honey dripper. You know, I wanted to go to the grocery store get some chips. I got $1 food stamp, and I mean I was happy to get it. But that was our idea of a good day.
Exactly.
So you know it's really different now having credit cards in your purse. My son just turned 18 in September. He has an 800 credit score. So it's really different, you know, learning the ropes.
Hold up. No, wait. I didn't mean to cut you off. Your son 18 with an 800 credit. Yes. Because you got to think he's been taught, and then you got to think 5 years ago he was 13.
he was in that seminar.
Yeah.
You know, I bought.
So
Come
you
on,
was
son.
smart. I know.
So he's been around it. He knows and he saw it. He saw how credit changed our life.
Definitely.
So it's embedded in him. Same thing. My daughter is 7 years old. Same thing. She knows what a credit score is. She knows how to check Credit Karma. We be in the car riding. She hear people come up to me, or she hears people call me about their credit problems.
Yeah.
So it's embedded in them, and I even just see the difference in how they grow up. Not to be funny, but me and my daughter was talking about something today. A man walked across the street, and I accidentally said the word crackhead in front of her. So she was like, "Mama, what's a crackhead?" And I'm like, "Dang, she don't."
She don't even know.
Didn't even
Yeah,
know.
like
Yeah.
I grew up with crack. Like I know what I knew what a crackhead was.
Definitely. So so I'm glad you keep going back to how you grew up, because I want
Yes.
to get to that.
Okay.
Like, how did you grow up? What side of town? Like, are you from Jacksonville?
I'm
Florida?
from Jacksonville, Florida, born and raised my
Okay,
entire
you,
life.
North
Yes.
side, west side, east side, south side.
I'm from the north side. Grew up on Myrtle Ave, Durkeeville. Actually, a lot of people don't know that.
Type shit.
Yeah, you was giving South Side. Definitely not.
Well, because I always went to all the best schools.
Definitely.
So I actually was raised by my auntie, and she really went hard for education, reading, going to church. I was.
Talk there.
Thank you.
Yeah, you got
Thank you.
education. You can tell.
Well, I
that
think
she-
I'm a Gemini, so I got both.
He is too.
Okay,
Every time
yeah.
we have a guest that either a Virgo like me,
Really?
or a Gemini
Yes.
like him. This shit be crazy.
So yeah, I could turn it on and off.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
But I always went to the best schools. So I went to Susie Tauber, Andrew
I went to
Robinson.
Susie Tauber.
I went to Kirby Smith. I went to Stanton College Preparatory School.
You different.
Yes, so
Did you make it to college?
Yes,
you
so
tried it?
so
You
actually,
graduated from Stanton? What high school did you graduate?
so funny story. I graduated from homeschool.
Okay.
Yes, because I got pregnant young.
Okay. You be like,
But then I was going into the military.
oh, you had your
yes.
mind made up. Like, I'm finna just
Yeah, so
go.
I actually enlisted into the Navy, but I couldn't go
you
because
were afraid.
yes.
Okay.
So then I went into the workforce full time. So I've always had Fortune 500 companies. When I quit, I was working at the Department of Children and Families. So I used to be a food stamp investigator. Funny story.
So for like fraud and stuff.
Yeah, so that was another reason why I wanted to educate for 10 years.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is that? Like,
For when people buying your food stamps. and-
No, so not even
that-
just that. It's when people lie. So let's say
Okay.
that
like they working.
like they
and-
homeless?
yes,
so
let's say they working and they make $50,000 a year, but they're not reporting any income to us. So after a certain amount of time, it becomes a huge. Let's say we don't say anything to you for a year, right? You've only stole maybe let's say $2,000, but after 10 years of you getting it, now you stole 50. Just grand theft.
And then don't they gotta pay that back?
Yes,
Oh,
so
y'all-
we've taken
so they
people
let it
income
build- they let it
taxes.
build up.
Yes,
They like to
they
let it
prosecute.
Certain
Yes,
time.
and also the department was so like the people in this room, we would be the whole department for the state of Florida. So it was the caseload was too high. So some people we would turn them away. We would say, hey, my caseload is too big. I can't take you.
Oh, why? Because y'all
No,
had too many people.
we had too many people. But funny story is, a lot of people don't know this either. That's why it's good to keep people out your business. If we got a call, we couldn't turn you away. So let's say you get mad at him. He's getting food stamps and he's bragging to you. And he say, boy, me and my girl, we get $3,000 a month. And we done lied and we done put all these people.
Yeah.
Now y'all fall out.
Yeah.
And he calls us and says, you call us and tell on him. I can't turn that case away because it was an outside call. It was.
You gotta take it.
I have to take it and I have to investigate him.
Really?
Yes.
Was getting people fucked up. What?
Absolutely. Those was the most.
be
Because
snakes.
you can internally
Oh, this bitch
refer
getting
them.
wild.
Yes.
Fuck that hoe. She ain't make crabs this week.
And it was so crazy to me how much people knew.
They don't feel like.
Yes, it was crazy to me how much people knew about each other too. Like they would be, when I tell you they would be on point, they would say, "Oh, she's selling her food stamps every single month
Wow.
to this
Such and
person.
such. Wow.
This is their date of birth.
Damn.
Oh, her baby daddy lives over here. He
Damn.
works here, and then
Yeah.
you go investigate it. You're like,
And it is
damn,
true. Yeah.
and it's all true.
Investigate how? Like how deep do you used to?
Oh,
go
they
to
know
invest-
everything.
Really?
They know. When I tell you they know
It's 'cause your social
everything.
security number?
No, it's just data. So
Yeah.
everything is electronic now.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people don't know either. When you sign up for food stamps, you're signing your rights away. So I can investigate you and you never even know about
Even
it.
without.
I don't have to let you know because when you signed up, when you applied,
Hold on. You sure we don't need to talk? You sure we can do this?
when you
I ain't know none of that.
when you applied, you signed your rights, saying
Yeah.
that they make you sign the rights and responsibilities.
Oh.
So you're signing your rights
But
away.
everything be over the phone and
Dang,
shit. That's
so
how
you
It
really-
does, and it's recorded.
Yeah,
Every call is
Man,
recorded,
that's
but when you
crazy.
apply, that's
That's
online,
crazy.
and you
Okay.
sign.
Yeah.
You say, "Hey, I want to apply for this." That's the first thing that clicks up.
Yeah.
Also, they make you every time you sign into that online portal, you're
Uh-huh.
checking it again. So they're completely every time they're saying,
They just
"Hey,
watching you, basically.
you're signing your rights away." But then we get alerts from prison, so we know like if somebody said they baby daddy been in prison 10 years and they've been claiming them on their food stamps for 10 years, we'll get an alert. Let's say you work, you know how you got to get child care, like if you get a child care voucher, you have to work.
Yeah.
But you're not reporting the food stamps that you work. But you're reporting to us that you don't make any money.
Right.
But child care knows that you work because they're paying your child care. We get an alert from the daycares that
Yeah.
say, hey, these kids, they have income and they're also getting food stamps.
So
what's the
but I never
consequences
seen
from
that.
this?
I was just finna get into that. I never seen nobody have to actually pay that back.
Exactly.
Oh,
Like,
they
what's the
take people's
consequences?
taxes.
Really?
They get disqualified. Like the first time you get caught, you get disqualified for a year.
Just
The
like-
Just
second
from, like,
time-
anything government. Like,
Yep. No,
food
just from
stamps
food
up-
stamps.
Okay. So you can still have dental insurance.
Yeah, but they can never disqualify your children. So that's another way people still get them because the children are innocent.
So
Yeah.
your name ain't on them, but the kid's name.
Yes. So
Oh,
we'll
okay.
disqualify
I see what
you.
you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I
it's
got
still
you.
ways around.
And then it's after like so many times, because we get people that get banned for life and they still do it.
Banned for life.
Yes, after the third time you get banned, you can't get any food stamps for the rest of your life. And then after that, it's very like if you're selling food stamps, you go to jail. But that's like a multi-million-dollar industry. So they would wait. And anything with food stamps is federal. That's another thing a lot of people don't realize. So we still had the feds come in.
Okay. I get it.
Because it's a
Any-
federal
'cause it's government.
program.
Anything with
Mhm.
government is fair.
Yes. So we used to have the feds come in, but they would get the people that's like, say you like the little Arab man in the corner store, and you telling everybody in the neighborhood,
Yeah.
bring your
I
food
got
stamp
you,
card
I
and
got
give you
you.
the money.
I know what you're
But
talking
it's
about.
like
I
millions
saw
of
that dude.
dollars.
I
It's-
saw a dude.
Yeah.
He
I
went
know
to
a
prison
couple.
for that.
Yeah.
He was running a scheme with food stamps.
they-
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
it's not
everything.
$5. It's not 100,000.
No,
It's
yeah.
like by the
Yeah.
time they get you, you've
Yeah.
made millions
Definitely.
And
of
then they can't even trace
dollars.
most of it, can they?
Yeah. No.
They can just get what they can get in what you
Yeah.
pay restitution.
Uh-huh.
Basically, I know a little something. But yeah, you just pay restitution, then you still up.
Yeah.
You still up.
Yeah,
So,
but that was a very, very, very high
You-
stressful job because you're still
Yeah.
in the community, and that was another reason that made me go so hard for credit repair. Because again, 10 years in that, also you get numb, right?
Yeah.
People calling you all day, I'm hungry, I'm hungry, I'm hungry.
Man.
After, but some people really are hungry. So you get numb to it though. It's like, okay, I got 5,000 people in my caseload that's hungry too, you know?
Yeah.
So it's just really, really different. And then, being a black lady in the food stamp industry, you hear how they talk about us. You hear, you know what I'm saying?
They see
Like,
us like low below.
And
People
another.
who get government assistance, they treat
Oh,
and look at them
absolutely.
like as far as saying
Absolutely.
apartments, them little hood apartments, and I get.
And we
I
can
get where you're
see,
going
so
with
we
it.
used to have what we call generational clients, whereas the great grandmother was on
Yeah,
food stamps.
everybody.
Now the
Yeah.
grandmother is on food stamps.
And y'all
The
can see-
the
y'all
daughter
can
is
see
on
all
food
that
stamps.
shit.
And I heard,
Sad.
oh yes, we can see everything. The government can see
That's why I was
everything.
talking about earlier,
What
the
race of
breaking
people get
generation.
food stamps the most?
Black.
I promise you, but people
Come
always
on, man.
no. Listen,
Come on,
y'all.
man.
Listen, I promise y'all.
Come on.
That's what I say though. But people like my girl and stuff. She say white people get food stamps more.
White people get food stamps, but it's way more black people. But you know what's funny
Man,
too?
We know how to
I was
not
just
work
asking.
and shit. Just take let the government
Yes.
take care of us. People don't
And
work.
this
'cause
was
you know,
a,
when you have
um,
an apartment, and you have to report your income
Yes.
and shit. People would not work just so they won't.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't
Just
want
so
to lose
won't
their
have to
benefits.
report no
Yeah.
income.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
That's crazy.
Those
why
generational
black
clients.
people do that. Like,
Absolutely.
That's what's fucked up, but
And
what
that's
you finna say?
that's the point of credit repair. I was gonna say, again, working there, hearing the calls. I remember I got a call. I hadn't even been working there for a year, so I was on the phones, and I got a call from a white lady, of course, because when you pull up their file, you can see the race and the age.
Yeah.
And so the system, when you work there, you put certain information in the system, and the system generates, whether you're approved or denied, how many benefits they
Type
get.
shit.
And so this white lady, she was denied. And she said, oh, I bet if I was a nigga, I would have got him.
Why you on the phone?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you want to lose your cool.
Yeah,
would-
but it's just a reality check. Like,
Yeah.
you see how people
That's how they
think
look
of
at us.
us,
They think of us,
which
yeah.
is why I go so hard for
part of you
financial
going so hard with
literacy.
this is for your people to help your people too.
Absolutely.
And then
See,
people
you
want to
know how
talk
important-
bad about the black, and we helping each other.
Yeah.
What the fuck? It ain't like you on the internet most of your clientele is what race?
Black.
Exactly. So that's my point. Like, you're really helping the community. That's what he was saying. We need more of you in your community.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
you still, it's gonna get the back.
And you still
the
get
bad
hate
with it. Yeah.
It's hard.
It's
hard.
bad
Oh
like
yes,
that.
it's from your own people.
It's gonna
the
come.
most.
Because anytime you're doing something good, you gotta take the bad with it.
99% of the hate I get is from other black women. It's from people that look
women.
just
Look,
like
word she said other women.
Wow,
too.
not men bashing you.
It's the internet, so it's everybody. You're gonna get everybody, but not the bulk of it is other black women.
You don't pay it no mind though.
I do.
With women, it gets.
Well, with people, I mean, because at the end of the day, and I still ask myself this every day because you don't know how people look at you. It's the internet, and I find myself explaining it to people. Even people, you know how you'll meet somebody, and then let's say months go by, and they say, you know what, you cool. I ain't like you when I first.
They don't really know you.
And that's what. And then they'll say, oh, and I have to remind them. First of all, when you're on the internet, that's 1 second of somebody's life. Like you don't know, you don't know the context.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't know people.
People don't even post their kids, and you don't be knowing their real life.
So
we had a guest had 6 children, we never knew.
Never knew.
Like it just be like that.
And you do, and it's sad because you do have to hide what you love. And when I first got on the internet, not when I first got on the internet, but when I first became an entrepreneur, I was so for be transparent, be open, tell them about this struggle, tell them about that, and people will use that against you.
Later on down the line.
And
that shit's still good because at the same time, you gotta just take all that shit to the chin. And
it's easy to say that, but you have to realize, okay, now since the internet, suicide is up. People have way more mental health issues now because
more now than ever before.
Because you have to think we're not trained. I'm in my 30s. I'm almost 40. I don't know how old. Y'all look real young.
I'm 32.
Y'all in y'all 20s.
Yeah, it looked like
but when I was coming up, we didn't have the internet. So just think about, okay, let's say if you had a bully in school. That's one somebody messing with you. Yeah. Imagine the whole school messing with you every single day. So now you got the internet. You're not trained as a human to handle 10,000 opinions about you. You're not wired, especially us.
Right, yes.
Now maybe my daughter, because she grew up in the internet, she had a phone in her hand at 6 months.
Exactly, yeah.
But us, we came from outside playing. You got your neighborhood friends. I played sports all the time.
Probably had one or two people that we knew of
that didn't like you. I had my basketball team, but even then, like you look at me in school, I was always popular. I was always athletic. I was always academically talented. I was always thank you. Thank you. And I was always athletic. I played tennis. I played football. I played softball for Cougar Park. Like that is where I come from. I always had friends. So it's to get on the internet and people say, "Oh, you this person. Oh, I heard this about you, huh?"
But
I came from a hard working.
What I learned now too.
My aunt raised me. She worked 2 jobs too.
I gotta say this: the bad, it kind of help you. Cause look, it's like
he got a little weird way.
Yeah, I just seen it recently, and I be seeing it's like people be long as you you talked about you gonna stay booked and all that.
Oh, absolutely, and that's what you have to realize. Nobody can stop you but you.
Yeah, you're gonna stay booked.
A million people.
People gonna talk about you and shit, but you still that's gonna help the promoters. Like, well, shit.
They canceled R. Kelly, and he had a TikTok. He went viral on TikTok. 2-3 years ago with the "I'm gonna make your legs."
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, nobody can stop you from getting your money, but you. But when you talk about mental, and a lot of people aren't strong enough to handle that. And you know what I had to learn, even with everything that I've went through, which I can't go into that. But it's about having people around you that really love you in real life, outside of the internet.
They want to tell that's how we talk.
So it's about your village outside. If you got people that love you in real life, the internet can say whatever they want about you, really.
Fuck them people.
So when you got kids, you can look at, and that was another thing that I had to realize with everything that I went through on the internet, is that at the end of the day, I still had to get up and be a mom every day. And then, when you go out into the real world, like I can had a whole internet bashing me, and I got to go pick up my daughter from school. And I got to go take my son to boxing prices. And they like, oh, hey, Riri's mom, hey, DJ's mom. They don't care about that. And then they friends speaking to me, hey, can we come over your house this weekend?
They don't give a fuck.
Y'all still want to come over my house? The whole internet hate me. Oh, yeah, you going to order some pizza? That's all kids and real people care about. Are you going to show up for us?
You can't let that shit break you or break
you. You can't.
Especially who you know, if you know who you are as a person, and you know your intentions are really pure.
But it will.
It will still.
It will.
No matter how much we be like, oh,
it
don't
will
worry
break
about
you,
it.
and that's the
It
goal
can-
of it. That's the goal of it.
It can break you, but that's all
It
the
can
tricks
also
of the
make you.
enemy, man.
The
That's all the
internet can
tricks
also
of.
make you too. It's people who got on there and made millions. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
absolutely. And from the
Just-
people that they hate. And that was another thing that I had to
That's my
realize.
point.
People
Like,
will hate you and still
and
give
turn
you their
you-
money.
And to turn you up.
Damn, that's
like,
crazy.
Cause
like, wow. Repeat that.
That's crazy.
One
You
more
heard
time.
what
people
she
will
just
hate
said?
you and still give you their money. Because that was another thing that I had to
Break it down.
realize. So I try to judge people how I would act, right?
That's just totally
Like
right.
me,
That's
I'm not
my
gonna
problem.
follow
That's how I-
somebody that I don't like. I'm not gonna look at
Exactly.
like I'm trying to think of a
Exactly.
celebrity
Just say it.
that I don't like. No, but I'm trying to
Anybody.
think
I get
of
what
somebody
you're saying.
real.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Say it.
Why follow
just
him?
not
if
that I
you
don't like, but Justin
That
Bieber.
I
you want-
get you.
okay.
I don't listen to his music. I don't feel like we have
Why
nothing in
follow
common.
him?
I don't
So
follow
listen,
him. I
exactly.
can't tell you if Justin Bieber's
But you follow
single,
him.
married, if he got kids. No, I don't follow him.
Okay, exactly.
I don't dislike him, but I don't have a like. Like I follow
I
Beyonce.
get exactly what
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
But
it.
people that I'm not interested in, I
That's the
don't
point.
know what they're going on.
Exactly.
So when people say, "Oh, I don't like you," I heard this, or I heard that
They
you.
gotta be interested.
Why do you?
Yeah,
Okay.
I get it.
Why you keeping up with me? Why you keeping
Right,
up
and
with
that's
me?
the part that I think I haven't got to yet. But anytime the internet bothers me, I just go back and I check my transactions for the day. So I'm looking at like, okay, well I had 20.
Aight. Look at my bank account.
I had 20, new clients today.
Okay.
Then the 20 clients, they sent me 2 more clients each. So every time I do struggle with like that because I'm human, the love and support outweighs it, And you would think, let's say if 10,000 people got on the internet right now and say, we hate Janay. At the time, you're looking at the 10,000 people, but you may have 50,000 people saying, we love Janay. We don't have a problem with her.
10,000 people.
So I had to greatly learn that.
Worry about what people say and shit.
It's human.
But
You can't.
And especially when you destined for greatness, people at the top, they gonna be talking because there's so many people at the bottom. That
It
shit
is.
crowded.
Oh, it is.
It's crowded.
Yes.
The people
And
at
you
the
might be listening to people that don't even like
we can still
themselves.
care about
How
them
can
at
you
the
like
bottom.
me
It ain't
and you
like-
don't even like yourself?
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
you're unhappy with your
Oh
own
my
life.
God, yeah.
So you're not going to understand me, and that's another thing.
That's
People,
why it shouldn't
depressed and
bother
all
you as
kind of
much,
shit.
too. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But I understand.
Yes.
But that's exactly
and people
why it
can't
shouldn't
relate to what they understand. I feel
that's
like when I
crazy.
went to school, like I said, my aunt always made sure I went to the best schools. So whether she had to bus me, ship me, drop me off every day.
Everybody ain't
So
had
I
that
came
love.
from excellence.
Yeah.
I went to Stanton College Preparatory School
That's
where I
real.
sat next to kids who made a perfect score on the SAT.
You looking on their paper like how you
So
did that?
you said you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's no failure for them. They don't know what failure is. I sat next to kids
Two-parent
that
households,
cried.
all that, yeah.
That cried if they got a B. They got straight A's and 1 B, and they was like about to kill themselves because excellence
great.
was expected
That's great,
of
yeah.
them. It's no other, with us, we
That's
got,
great.
oh, he might be
Failure,
this.
failure is more expected.
Failure
than
is not an option
Come
for
on.
for
Exactly.
them.
Exactly.
And that was a wake-up call for me. Like, you crying? I'm happy I got to see. You crying?
Exactly.
You crying because
That's
you got a B. You
That's
crying
real.
because you got an A minus. I remember on the basketball team, we had how you got to have physicals every year. So I'm at Stanton, and I remember my mom was busy or whatever. So they called out the names. Like, we haven't gotten physicals from these 3 kids. So my mom like, okay, I'll go make you an appointment. And so my friend, she was like, oh, my dad can do your physical. So I'm like, what you mean your dad? She was like, he did mine at breakfast this morning. I was like, how? She was like, oh, my dad a doctor. Like, this
Regularly.
is
It's
it's expected. Like, we
yeah.
go
come from-
basketball team, they got mansions. Like, oh, the housekeeper came today, and I'm like, I'm the housekeeper at my house growing up. So that was already embedded in me, and that was another thing that really shocked me about the internet because I wasn't raised like that. I didn't grow up like that, watching somebody, and I'm not gonna look at you and say, well, damn, how he got that? What he
We
did,
need to.
who he hit over the head to be able to have a podcast in the studio.
Exactly.
Like, that's not my mindset. But when you wake up and
We
you
say that all
realize
the time.
it's so many people, like it's people
like
literally
that.
watching you, thinking,
Just to
well,
wait
what
for you.
evil did
Yeah.
you do to get where you're at? And it's
always
like
gotta be a reason.
Why it
When
gotta
we
be
succeed,
bad?
it's
A
always
negative
gotta be
reason.
a
Like I
negative
learned
reason
too.
how
is
we
you
got to
gotta-
where we at.
Like a lot of people, success or it ain't even success. It looked like success because a lot of shit is perception.
Amen.
So some people shit be temporary.
Amen.
And I had learned that I used to be like, damn, how he shining and I'm not yet. But you don't know you finna ball for 3 years and go do 10. Or you finna ball for 3 years and die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it just be.
And it's not even that. It's just
Yeah.
timing.
Yeah,
Everybody
everything
has their
is time.
time.
That's why I
With that
never
being
really.
said, I was finna get into this.
Go ahead.
With that
Go
being
ahead.
said, like the people who still round and they still doing good, maybe they might not reach that level, but they never been through all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's a difference. It shows you like, damn, I'm doing something right. You get what I'm saying?
Everybody got their own path.
Yeah, everybody.
You know
Just because it looked good at the time, don't mean that's what it is.
Yes.
And
Everybody
another-
got to pay their dues.
Exactly.
You know, no
You
matter
gotta
how
pay
you
them
get there.
dues.
Like you
That's
said, a
still
man
the
who
hard
balled for
time.
3 years is going to do 2 years. That's just him paying his dues.
Exactly.
You know, but ain't no telling what he learned in them 3 years.
Yeah.
That's going to get him through them 10 years. When he got out them 10 years, he may make more
Exactly.
than he did the first 3
Was
years
out
and the
free
10
all that
years.
time, yeah.
100%.
Because I believe in that too. A hustler is a hustler, and you're going to be what you're going to be, no matter what obstacles. I got homeboys in prison right now, got my money now, all of us sitting right here, you know. So, you know, I just believe in live and let live. Like, I'm going to do me. I ain't going to bother you. I'm definitely not going to hate on you. I'm in my lane, and don't swerve in my lane. You stay in your lane, I'm going to stay in my lane.
When you damn, we always the bad guys. I was saying that today. Because, like, meeting you and just your personality, like, I don't get no bad vibes.
Oh, thank you. I hear that a lot.
People think we be full of shit and pieces
Yeah.
because we successful. Like,
Yes.
that we had
I
to
always
scam
give
and
people-
do this to get there.
Yeah.
I
Well, I had to
get
learn success scares people too.
definitely.
Successful people, if
Especially
you've
you
never
being a black
tasted
woman,
it,
too.
it's success scares people. Because you got to think what I just said, what I just saw. It's people that are generational welfare recipients. That's all they know. So you see somebody that looks just like you, and like to me, that was a goal. I was never going to put my children in the projects. We was always going to live in subdivisions.
That's all right.
We was always gonna drive nice cars. Like that's something that, cause I was raised with my aunt, but when I did live with my mom, we had to catch a city bus.
Yeah.
So that's something I never forget. You know, like I said, my mom gave us food stamps. That was something I never wanted to have to do for my children. My children don't even know what a food stamp is, and I don't want them to know. I shield them from that.
That's why I say breaking generations.
So. Yeah, so it's just the way I want them to know what credit cards are. And, you know, my daughter think a credit card is just something, it got $1 million on it. And, oh, mama, you don't got no money, just use your credit card. Like, that's her mentality. You know, me growing up, I didn't know what a credit card was.
Yeah,
My mama
now
couldn't
you
give
know.
me her credit card.
Yeah.
So
you advanced.
What's say if somebody how quick do things like credit cards like Capital One, getting a secured credit card with Capital One, is that good with boosting your credit?
absolutely.
Capital One is one of the best ones.
So it's not one of the best ones. So right now we're going to speak generalized, right?
Okay,
Because
yeah,
you got to
yeah.
remember credit, and that's another thing a lot of people get wrong. They think it's general. It's to you. It's tailored to you, right? Meaning that as a woman, I'm not going to go up to another woman and say, well, what size bra you wear? I'm going to go get that size bra too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're all different. We're all
Gotcha.
built different.
Gotta get your
As a man,
fit.
you're not going to ask him what size underwear he wear.
Exactly.
How you got your hair cut? I'm going to get my hair cut. You know,
Yeah,
how you got your beard. Everything is different. Credit is the exact same way. Just like you go to the eye doctor. We all got different vision. I'm not going to put your glasses on. You're not going to put mine on. So Capital One may be great for somebody else. As far as my son, who came from a mom who could add him to a Navy Federal, or Amex, I want to keep him with that family. But if you're rebuilding, or you're starting over, or hey, you just have to start with Capital One because they do have some great secure cards. It may be great for you, but then you have some people at 18, they can just go get a regular credit card. Some people don't have any credit. I get a lot of men. You would be surprised. Most of the time, men have some of the best credit because they don't know. Women, we'll try something. Men, most of the time, y'all don't know. 99% of men that I work with have no credit.
No credit.
99?
Yeah.
You said wait.
Have
go,
no
go
credit.
to 99.
99% of the men that I work with,
Meaning they haven't
usually
financed.
they have
much
no
sales.
credit. They haven't done anything. They may have
No
child
cars in
support
their
on
name,
there.
no nothing.
No, think about most black men. They either
That's
get
like
rental
us.
cars,
I've
or they get,
I used to
cars in
think
their
these
baby
niggas,
mama
you
name
ain't
or
really got no
something.
credit.
Or they do
You
cash.
ain't did too much. You got a car, yeah. You don't have a lot of cars.
Multiple.
But besides that though, besides that, you ain't had no credit card
Furniture.
stuff like that.
I got a credit card right now,
You do?
secure and all, bro. Don't chill.
My bad. I ain't know.
I'm one, but I fucked up.
But a lot of men believe in using cash.
Diving in shit.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got cash too, but I was just diving in shit because I didn't know no better. Now
That's
I
a
do.
key
You know
word.
what I'm saying?
Yes.
I didn't know
And that's
no
it's
better.
about just
Yeah.
knowing better.
I was, and hold on, let me take
Go
you
ahead.
because you might meet somebody who'd be like, hey, How long you had your account?
Yes.
This and this and this to get you this amount. And you 21, you gonna go
Absolutely.
for that. And now your whole account fucked up.
Absolutely.
Your credit done went. Everything, all that shit affects you. So I done been through that too. Like
Absolutely.
being 20 and 21
and you want some money.
You finna make this and it.
Absolutely.
Let's do it. But you don't know the future.
And you just don't understand because your parents never taught you. They never sat you down and said, hey, don't mess up. This is, you're going to need this.
Why would you put this
Don't mess this up. And most of the time, we're in a place of panic. We're in a place of, hey, I need to pay these bills tomorrow, and I don't know how.
Survival mode.
So we're in survival mode, you know, all the time. And it's hard to get out of that, which is, again, why I want to educate and why you want to educate yourself and set your children up so they're not operating in survival mode.
That's real. That's why I was talking about generational curse when we started the episode. Because I feel that from you. Like, you said 18 and your 7-year-old,
they already know about credit. Absolutely.
So that I was telling somebody the black community now compared to, I ain't gonna say 10 years ago, I'm gonna say 20 years ago, is way more advanced. Because we got more knowledge. We got the TikToks and it's the internet.
We have YouTube University.
It's right there.
Yes,
so if you don't learn it, it's your fault.
And to add on to that, again, we can see because it's like I said, when I was coming up, unless, you know, we went to the teen mom's house after school, you know, you go to school with somebody every day, you don't know how they're living. But guess what we can do now? I can post, I just bought a big old brand new house. I can post, I just bought a Mercedes Benz. So now you like, damn, black people can buy a Mercedes Benz.
I said
now I want to do it. Black people can get a passport and we can travel.
See, look, I got to speak on my, we still got time. I'm speaking on my situation. I'm from the street, you know what I'm saying? I was so street at one point at my young age that I ain't have social media. And I didn't know that it was young niggas or other niggas in the city who was really getting money. I thought it was just us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was so blind to that shit. When I got the internet and I seen it, it motivated me.
It wakes you up.
It showed me like, damn, he 21 with this, and
you better preach. It motivated you.
It showed me.
And I like that wordplay because that's really what we should be using the internet for. Motivation, not hate. I shouldn't be mad at you, like you said, because you're the same age as me and you had this.
Exactly.
You're showing me that I can get it.
Maybe we ain't learning on our side and you learning on your side. Or maybe your daddy was the man. My daddy was a nothing. Like, not me. I'm just talking about people. Maybe you came from that and we didn't. And it shows you a different perspective.
Amen.
To where you can be this and certain people don't even know they can be this.
Amen.
Like, we just talking about them young niggas who just signed from Dallas. It's round them, so they knew it can happen. It ain't round certain people, so they don't even see it.
You don't see it. All you're gonna know is what you can see, and that's why I am thankful for internet. And when it's used right, it can take you so far.
Even when it's used wrong though, like look at this. Like, say you talking about the 10,000 people who talking bad, but you got 50,000 people talking about your bad good. The 10,000 people talking about you bad, say they repost on their page. That's still 10,000 views.
Yeah.
Fuck them people.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Now them 10,000 people know who you are.
Yeah, that's true.
You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's
and I will say this too.
And Eazy-E them said it back in the day. All publicity is good.
You better preach. And I have experienced that. I have experienced that. My reach now is so wide. I get clients all the time from Alabama
How
and
we know you.
Mississippi. Yes.
You think the dude
yes.
know you used to go. What you came on here and said? You the go.
Amen.
Claim that.
Oh, always.
For real.
And when I tell people, it's so funny because, you know, again, being on the internet, seeing negative stuff about yourself. Oh, she ain't the GOAT. What makes her the GOAT? Me being the GOAT has nothing to do with anybody else. I'm the GOAT because what I did for my life.
Right.
What I did for myself. I fixed my own credit, and that was my own first client.
And not just you.
But I'm just, even if I never touched anybody else's credit, even if I never had a business, I would still be the GOAT to me because what I was able to teach myself. Yes. So it's personal. That journey right there and that name is personal. But I embraced it because people start calling me that first. When I was fixing people's credit and telling them stuff, they would text me back. I said, "Oh, you the GOAT. Thank you at work." Like, what the hell, you know? So I mean, and still to this day, if you go look on my page, on my post, I still, you know, encourage people to do it yourself. It's gonna last longer. It's gonna feel better. I've had messed up credit a few times. I ain't scared to say it, but I know how to go in and dig myself out that hole. Exactly. And that's what it's about. It's just about knowing how to dig yourself out any hole that you fall in. Amen.
It's rare that you get somebody who not only will help you get your credit right, but in the process, they still give you a little game to where you don't have to, you know what I mean, come back. That's what's up. You're spreading it.
Yes.
You're spreading the game. If I was in your situation, I don't think I'd be too
Even when you was
like
consulting
that.
it when it was $10, like you helped a lot of people's lives and
exactly.
you didn't even know it.
Amen.
And it all brought you to the
it paid off.
Full circle.
It paid off.
You know
it
what I'm
is.
saying?
It's very much so full
everything
circle.
I feel like everything
Yes.
happened for a reason, and everything is always full circle. So
Amen.
even
That's
when
I believe in that too. I believe in that too.
So when you was starting in, it all turned you to the person who you gonna be.
Amen. And some of my darkest moments made
That's
some
why
of the best.
I was talking about earlier, but I don't want to get into everything. But I was like, book, documentary, like do that. Like that's
a lot of people
like,
ask me to write a book.
Documentary. Look, if I'm saying it's just everything.
Maybe I'll do it when I retire.
You need to write a credit book.
I have a credit book. So if you go to duvalgoat.com, I got a lot of books.
Yeah, okay.
And they like $50 and $100. Oh yeah.
Really?
I do it all.
Alright.
Anything you want to buy, I'm selling.
I know that's right.
Yes.
That's what's
the
up.
GOAT.
Grinding.
Definitely.
You say anything you buy, you sell it.
Anything anybody want to buy, I'm selling.
I fuck with it. That was so.
Is credit more important than money?
That's a good question.
Oh, I love that question.
So,
bro. Answer one more time before I'm gonna clip this. One more time, brother.
Do you feel that credit is more important than money?
So that's a good question. And I'm going to tell you, the old me would have said, hell yeah. The new me is going to say, hell no.
What? No, hold up. So money is more important than credit?
To me.
Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah.
But right now, when you're more powerful, you're more powerful when you have both. I'm not even going to lie. But see, credit can always be taken away, right? Credit, the white man controls that, right? The banks control that. So let's say, which this has happened to me. Let's say you got a $30,000 credit card, right? You got a lot of them, but you don't use it. You forget to use it. They can take that $30,000 limit and turn it into $5,000 in 30 days, and you like, damn, they done took your money. They took your credit availability. Credit can always be taken away from you. I done had credit lines taken away from me.
And also,
you know?
also, I want to add this: with cash, you can buy credit.
Absolutely. You can pay to get your credit fixed. You can use it to build it up. You can use it to build business credit. Yes,
so
but they're both are great tools. I don't even want to say, let me backtrack, because I know they're going to kill me. I don't even want to say that one is more important than other.
I don't need it.
I want y'all to have both. You can have both. You know, and that's what I want people to think
if you
of.
have both, you don't have to even use your cash.
There you go. And that's what I was going to say. I want us to think more from an and perspective, not an R.
Yeah.
Not okay, if I got to have credit or cash. No, I want to have credit and cash. Now ain't nobody fucking with you. You get what I'm saying?
So, and you can use either one. Sometimes you might want to use your cash and want to use your credit.
Exactly. I just use your credit. You get rewards. You get cash back. You get flying points. And then use your cash to pay off your credit. But in case something happens, if they go shut down, let me tell y'all something that was real deal what I thought about. They closed TikTok with a button, but they still push the button and they closed TikTok.
And they almost fucked up people's careers and lives. And
So imagine if they push a button and say, okay, we're going to close every bank in the USA. Your money tied up, your credit cards tied up. We ain't accepting no credit cards.
You ain't got no shoebox, you fucked.
So my mentality right now is so different. You want to think from a position where you're always in control. Even if you want to use that credit for, let's say, 2 years and keep all your cash under the bed. You see what I'm saying? Now you're really thinking, hey, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use my credit to build this. And I'm going to sell this. And I'm going to buy this with the credit. When I make the cash from that, I'm going to put that cash under the shoebox, real estate.
Go ahead and go.
My sister-in-law just made $200,000. She bought a house in 2020, brand new. She sold it for $200,000.
How much she bought the house?
Over what she bought? She bought it for like $320. She sold it for $560.
She's saying she made $200.
She made when everything was done, all fees was paid. She walked away with $200,000. She used her credit to buy that $300-something house.
Okay, speaking of that.
So you get what I'm saying? So now she just turned her credit into cash.
So
she walked away.
She didn't have to put no money up front or nothing?
No, she probably put maybe like 50. You get what I'm saying?
Check this out.
But it's she no matter what, she walked away with $200K just now.
It's a profit. It's
coming from okay, I got a quick question.
She ain't put $200K in that house.
I got a quick question, real quick. Coming from a person who've always had shitty credit, right? Me, myself.
It's about me.
What's some of the perks and benefits of having a perfect credit score? Because I know your shit.
You walk in, you get what you want.
Like.
But you can stay. You can do the same thing. Hold on, not to cut you off with him.
Yeah.
You can do that same thing with cash.
No, not
So
necessarily. You're gonna have to spend more.
Unless
so not necessarily spending more.
That's when the IRS come in.
But no, okay, it's just like right now. Let's say I walk into a bank and I got a check for, let's say, $10,000. And while I'm walking in, I just want to cash my little check for $10,000 so I can put my 10 bands up. And they say, okay, Miss White, do you want to apply for a credit card today? We got a new rewards card. And I say, yeah. Miss White, you're approved for $24K. Now I got $24K. Whether I want to go blow it, whether I want to go invest into another business.
Get that to you in cash, or it's gonna be a check?
So you can get cash off of your credit card, but I want to leave it as credit. I don't. Now you can buy almost everything with a credit card.
So you can cash that out and get that in cash.
Mm-hmm.
So you rarely.
Or you can turn your credit card into cash.
You personally, you rarely use your own money.
So I use both.
Okay.
I use both, but like if I'm going to purchase something, like let's say I'm going to get a car, I'm not putting no money down. I'm going to use credit. Like I just bought a car in November, 3 months, no payments. So you riding around for 3 months, you don't got a car. You get what I'm saying? That's just off of credit. Then you get a good interest rate. Now if you do, you want to pay it off, but I don't have to ever pay it off. I like driving new cars, so I can just keep on trading in, so I can always be in a new car.
You could get so you.
But let's say while I'm doing that, I'm saving my cash. So let's say I want to retire next year and I want to be in a place where I don't got no bills. Okay, now I've been saving. Okay, I'm just gonna go buy me a cash car about $30,000, and I still get a very nice car. You get what I'm saying? So it's just you just always want to set yourself up to win. You don't want to set yourself up for failure, and a way that you can do that is credit. And like I tell people, let's say I do want to go buy a $500K house tomorrow. I don't have to have $500K. When you're dealing in cash, in order to get a $500K house, you need to have $500,000. But all I need is some good credit and maybe 10, 20, 30,000 down. But I still got, if I do have $500K, guess what? I'm sitting on it. Okay, then next year I want to sell this house that I bought for $500K for $600K. I just made $100,000 off of credit. So it's ways to leverage it. And like I said, I'm going to be transparent. I done did it all. I done had good credit. I done fucked up credit. Absolutely. I still do real estate.
Come on.
Yes.
They come in the game.
Real estate has made the most millionaires. Real estate and life insurance. Real estate and life insurance has made the most millionaires.
Turn up off real estate.
Say their name.
You do life insurance?
No, fuck it.
No, I don't do life insurance. But again, with what I've been through, I believe in dumping a lot of money in life insurance. So people don't know this either. Walt Disney World, well, people do know this, but we don't talk about it a lot. Walt Disney started Walt Disney World with life insurance. He borrowed from his own life insurance policy and used it to start Disney World. With the things that I've been through, it took for me to be in a bad place in life to realize how important life insurance was. I was able to borrow from my cash value. When you have life insurance, they don't ask you any questions. Do you want this money in the form of cash or a check?
You taught yourself?
So my life insurance agent taught me that. But you can look on YouTube, but just Google stuff, and that's what I encourage my children to do. Google important stuff like that. Like that's what we should be using the internet for. What has made the most millionaires? What white people dumping their money into right now? If I was to get married and I had to get a divorce and I was trying to hide my money from my spouse, how would I do it? Life insurance. People can sue you. You can file bankruptcy. You can get a divorce, and nobody can they cannot come for your life insurance. So what did that tell me? What do I need to put my money in? You also want to put your money in a place where nobody can come after it. See, credit cards, they can come after it because the bank controls that. With a click of a button, they can turn it off. They just did that with TikTok.
Exactly.
So if I could have a black card, but guess what? If tomorrow they say, you know what, we ain't giving no more black people unlimited spending limits, your credit card is cut off. Your source of income. So you always want to be in a place. You just want to be in a place where you're in control, and that's just
you could dump money in.
Absolutely, you could dump as much money as you want into it, and can't nobody mess with it. Google what banks use. So y'all got a bank account, right?
I never knew that.
Y'all ever got a letter from the bank saying get a life insurance policy with us? Yeah. That's why banks invest into life insurance. So why aren't you investing into what billion-dollar corporations?
I have one.
Perfect.
My mom and them did it, like swap me, and I did
all.
So
make sure you do your own. Okay. But every time if I say, oh my gosh, I got this money, I don't know what to do with it, buy another life insurance policy. You can have 50 life insurance policies. Nobody can mess with you. And then you can have certain ones where if I got 50,
all of it can be worth different.
You can use them while you're living, and then you can have certain
Can
ones.
you withdraw from?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You want
So
me to
say
log
one-
into my life insurance? Show you where I
Nah.
withdrew from.
Imagine how many people.
Yeah, show me. Say you
So
need
more
a 20.
people-
Say you need a 20 ball. Can you go get that?
I'm finna show you. Hold on.
Yeah, go get a 20.
I ain't gonna show them, but just tell me what you see.
Alright.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Show me. I want to go get me a 20 from the Yikers.
Come on.
Like, hey.
Yeah, okay, I'm logging into my life insurance policy.
Alright.
You see that? This is one of them.
See the ball.
Okay, I'm gonna show you
You gonna
something.
need a shot after this.
This just a one. Okay, you see my name, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see my name?
I see.
You see the life?
I see.
Okay.
I see.
Hold on, it's pulling up. How much you say I took out?
I ain't gonna say on camera.
Okay, but you see that?
God damn.
I got that from my policy.
That's what I
Oh
want to do.
shit. My
And
bad.
this is one policy, so that's how much is still left. If I was to die today, my kids would get that.
And that's
Let me
one
see
of
what they
many.
get.
That's one.
That's both. So
So-
both shit to get both kids. To get that.
So imagine that's just one policy. So imagine you got 10 and you do that from 10. What
That's
you
an
you
M.
just created
That's it.
200,000.
Yeah,
So that's why I always encourage people. I tell all my friends, all my family members, please dump money into life insurance. And I only teach and I only speak on what I know, whether I've passed or failed it. Even with credit, like I said, I had bad credit. So that's how I got the experience.
You learn.
So with life insurance, I was in a place where, and I'm going to be honest with you, I just really bought my first life insurance policy because at first I used to have it through my job. When I became an entrepreneur, somebody came into my office and they got credit repair. And they started selling me life insurance. I'm like, let me just buy it. You know, I like this person. They cool. And supported me. Let me support you. And again, I got in a place where I needed it. And a light bulb went off. Like, if you would have dumped more money into this, again, this could have been times 10.
Times 10.
So now
You
I
realized it.
multiply it.
Yeah.
So if I ever get in that situation again, I'm good. I'm good. You always want to put yourself in a place where you can pull and get
don't
when
wanna
you
be in a hole.
if you want it to be in your reach.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's kind of like what I'm on now outside of credit is use your credit and you can pay for that with a credit card. Secure, unsecured.
Just get a
You-
credit card. That's
Mm-hmm. You can get policies with that.
I wasn't expecting that. That's
We
crazy.
learned something.
That's definitely.
Everybody learned something.
That's
Make it make sense. This make it make sense,
Yes.
man.
Oh, and I'm gonna do a giveaway for your audience.
Yeah.
So you can let them know.
Learn something from
Tell
this
them about the
shit, man.
giveaway squeeze. She say she's off. She doing for the audience.
One special guest, man. Y'all gotta be motherfucking. I'm saying motherfucking. Y'all gotta be on us and subscribe. You gotta be watching every episode. You gotta be really a fan and tuned in to make it make sense. If you don't fuck with us, you ain't qualified. I'm gonna just tell you the truth. Like,
Basically,
Yeah.
she's offering one free credit repair for one of our fans out there, one of our viewers. You know what I mean? And,
Okay.
it's gonna be random pick. You know, so
I got you. I got you.
tune in. You know,
if you don't fuck with us, you probably not gonna be picked.
but yeah, just stay tuned and we'll keep everybody updated.
For
We'll
sure.
update y'all more on that.
For sure. We
But,
got Janay White in this bitch, man.
Janay White,
Yeah,
man.
thank
We
y'all for
really-
having
we
me.
really appreciate you
I ain't gonna lie, I
coming.
thought this was
Being
a,
real
know,
shit.
I was gonna get here to be
Dropping some
abandoned
real
building.
For real?
Yeah, I'm like, who want to interview my old behind?
No, cut it out. You definitely do.
Thank you,
Pop your
thank
shit
you.
on here. I fuck with you and like bro told you, I pay attention what's going on in the city. When I showed him what I'm trying to do and get you and shit, he said that's a great move.
Thank you,
Off
thank
the
you.
real.
Instant.
Because we both know.
Exactly.
Thank you.
This is what we need, man.
Yeah,
This is what-
even when he said the community need this and
Yes.
all that, this is a great move and a
Seriously.
great look for both of us.
Yes,
Like
thank you so much.
I
Yeah,
feel like
we
we
appreciate
growing,
you putting in
you
that hard.
already
Yes.
past
And I just
us
want
far
to
apart.
let y'all know. I just feel like it's divine because I haven't done any. I used to do podcasts all the time,
Yeah.
and I
Or as
left
what,
for a
the
little
host?
bit in 2023.
You was a
And
host?
no, I used to feature. I've never had my own podcast,
Okay.
but I used to come on podcast shows all the time as a guest.
Oh, okay.
When I
so
left
you
for a
done
little
did
bit
this.
in 2023, I came back into social media in February and March of 2024.
Oh,
I don't take interviews anymore.
okay.
So I don't know, it was something about you when you
Oh,
inboxed me. I
look
didn't
at
know you
God.
from a can of
Look at
paint.
God.
And I was just like, yeah, what's
Look at
up?
God.
So
Look
you're
how that
actually the
shit
first podcast I've done all
Damn.
2024 and
That
this
shit
year.
I be wanting brother hear shit like that, cause that shit showed me, cause I really wake up and be putting the.
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, I really
Keep
wake
going.
up. Like I
Keep
pray at
going.
night when I wake up the next day. I'm inboxing. I'm grinding,
Amen.
Like, I'm trying to
Amen.
figure out what's my next move? Because
I like
nigga
that.
ain't trying to be in the streets forever, man.
Preach.
Listen,
Yes.
Just trying to
tired
find
of that
a way
shit.
out.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to find a way out.
And that's how we using our
deals
and that's how we want to use our platform too. Like you helping others. We trying to
Amen.
really help our city too. Anybody doing something in the business, we'll bring anybody on from if you rap, you sing, you got a food truck, anything, your nail tech.
Yeah.
You know, we trying to help anybody.
Makeup artist.
Everybody help each other. You know, and that's what we all about. You know what I mean? We trying to really
ain't no hate on Make It Make Sense
at all.
Well, I'm gonna definitely see some good people y'all way too. I'm gonna send my life insurance man to come. Oh yes, he's definitely a boss. So.
For sure.
I really do. Before we wrap it up and shit, you know, we probably got about 10 more minutes. I want to know, like, as a female, we men, I want to know how you feel about relationships before we go. Like, is everything 50-50? As a woman, you should be accommodated and taken care of.
That's a good question. So me personally, I believe I got me. As long as you got me, when I need you to get me, we good.
Say that. I got me.
I got me.
Right.
But long as you got what I need when I need it, we can rock out forever.
But wait, you said you got me, but do you got him?
Absolutely.
Do he got and he got you?
That goes without saying. Absolutely. Because like I told you, I done had a lot of ups and downs in life, but my downs, I know that's not who I am. So I wouldn't want a man to come in and judge me and see me down and see 10,000 people hate you. But I ain't rocking with you. But you ain't.
That 10,000, you keep that in the back of your mind. That 10,000.
But you ain't seen the 50,000 people that love me.
That's real though.
So it's vice versa. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be judged at my worst moment. So I don't judge people at their worst moments. And whatever I can do to help you, we gonna rock out. So but I also believe in, if you believe in 50-50, get with somebody who believes in that. And because it's always somebody with a mind like you. Do what works for you.
Exactly.
People be trying to go for the looks and the image, and they be out their league. Go with what you work.
That's true.
Like you say, like you might want that person, but y'all might not mesh.
Absolutely.
Or you out of her league, or she out of your league.
Absolutely.
You gotta meet somebody and mix with somebody who accommodates you.
And the more successful you get, the more harder it is to date.
It really is.
So
that's why people who got so rich, like I'm gonna say a name. Well, like the Birdmans and shit, like they never got in a relationship because they got past all that.
Or it's good to struggle with somebody. Exactly. It's good to come up with somebody. You know, you don't have a lot of those trust issues and they just with me for my money. No, because when I met you, I ain't have $1 to give you.
Or niggas been the side nigga for 5 years, so they don't know how to trust.
Absolutely.
That shit be real. Like,
it was just like when Tabitha Brown, the lady who do the seasonings and the vegan stuff. Okay. Tabitha Brown, y'all know what I'm talking about?
I heard that
she
name.
real like famous on social media. She did a couple acting gigs. Yeah. She famous, so she got her own seasonings, and she's real big on social media. But they was coming after her because when she got like a big deal, she retired her husband and bought him a car. So I was like, he using her. And I can relate to that because when somebody's seeing you at your worst, when they have, it's nothing. Exactly. It's nothing I won't do for you.
That's one thing I don't like, that I don't agree with people about. It go both ways in a relationship.
But again, it's social media. You're looking at one. Yeah, I'm looking at you while you buying him the car, but you ain't looking when he had to come pick me up.
So that's why it's best to not even keep people in your business.
And that's what we spoke about at first. Protect what you love.
Exactly.
Anything you love, you don't want that because the internet is just not a safe space. You crazy if you go to the internet thinking that you gonna get love back. You do.
And use it to your advantage.
And when you do, you're gonna be a very rich person. Absolutely. But it's more.
Use it towards your advantage,
but it's more unlikely than likely. And a lot of people who became rich off the internet, they again have a lot of mental issues. You see them come out and say, "Well, you know what? I know I was posting this every day, but it wasn't really this." Or you get people that commit suicide. I done seen so many people. It was one girl was working out. And to me, she was so beautiful, so perfect. She was supposed to have her boyfriend. I'm like, damn, if I can look like that, I'll go work out with her.
So
and she killed herself. Wow. She jumped off a bridge. So it's like, you're looking at 1 second of somebody's life. So I try to go above and beyond, not to judge people and to treat people how I want to be treated. You know, I don't want nobody judging me because I got mad and posted something crazy, and you know what I'm saying? Exactly. But that's what people do. They remember the worst moments of your life.
Definitely. That's why I say, but still at the same time, this is good publicity. I'm just anyway.
It can be.
Because
And some publicity can kill you too.
But say you wasn't doing nothing for 3-4 years. You know what I'm saying? But you been making money, like on your platform. You been making money, but you haven't been in the public eye for 3-4 years. And then all of a sudden, some bad shit happen, and the internet just bashing you for like 2 days.
Yeah.
But after them 2 days, everybody booking you. Your DM going crazy. It's like, damn, I need them because the people want to see them now. You know what I'm saying? Now you're relevant. And
that's not always the case, though.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying certain situations, certain people. And if it happened for you, do you take the you take the money, right? You finna make you 30,000, 50,000.
So you want to be honest with you? Again, I've seen a lot of different spectrums of life, right? I've been real poor. I've had enough money that I can't even spend all of it. The biggest thing that I seek now at my age is peace, right? Sometimes, you know, it's days that I can remember like, damn, Janay, you ain't have $1 this day. But damn, you called this person, I was happy. So that's what I seek now is genuine happiness. And I said that at the beginning. I focus on my life outside the internet. And that's what the internet brought me back to. Because I was in a place in my life at one time, you know, you saw me on, I don't know if y'all saw, but I was on billboards. You know, I was on podcasts every week. I was here. I was flying out there. I had opportunities. I was always in the public eye, right?
Took a break, right?
And I couldn't spend a lot of time with my kids. You know, I could afford the nannies. I could afford this. And then I remember when everything crashed, that was all I had. And I was like, damn. Now it's like if it don't affect inside my 4 walls, I could give a damn what the world doing. So that's my happiness. If me and inside my 4 walls is good, I'm good.
Exactly.
I cannot have $1. Exactly. I cannot have a pot to piss in the window to throw it out of. But if we got love in my house and we looking at each other and we good, I'm good. I can die like that. Now money makes life more fun.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie. But again, I've had times I've had it, I've been miserable as hell. I've had times I didn't have it, I was happy as hell. So that's what I advocate for now is peace. Focus on your peace because again, you got millionaires killing themselves every day. You got billionaires killing themselves.
That's right. Peace
so, you know, you always got to remember both times. I know people in the hood happy as hell. Exactly. Living paycheck to paycheck. And they just as happy and they got peace and they go in their house. They go to their little cleaning job. And they don't want too much, and it's all about your happiness within. And that's what, again, that's why I don't care what nobody do on or off the internet. I know in real life, I'm good. I'm happy. If they shut Facebook down tomorrow and Instagram, it's not going to affect me. I'm still good. I'm still happy because I'm happy in real life. And if you, and I will say this, I know you keep saying, oh, all publicity, but if you live by their praises, you will die by their opinions. And that was I used to live for people praises. And you can't do that. See, now you can say, Janay, you the best person I ever met. I'm going to say, thank you so much, sir. You say, Janay, you the worst person I ever met. I'm going to say, thank you so much. I'm going to take it the same way. Because at the end of the day, it can be the same. The person praising you today can be the person cursing you tomorrow. So,
you want to know something before we get out of here, y'all? Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Which one?
All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, I just go off.
I don't agree
with
that.
Can be.
It can. You got to think of what you're saying.
Especially what's your goal. Yeah. It all depends on what your
Because
goal.
it's like 50 cents.
It depends
on what kind of person you are.
It depends on that. It depends on what type of person.
Because if you're a genuine person,
it affects you.
It affects you.
But if you don't give a fuck.
Like 50 Cent, he don't give a fuck. One way or another.
Yeah,
I'm rich.
Because I told him that's one of my favorite vocals. He had to go through it. Even the people in his neighborhood tried to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And he never let none of that.
Stop
he
him.
Don't give a fuck.
He don't.
So that's what I'm
but
saying.
But he's also been through a lot. He's been on his deathbed.
It helped him. He used that and turned it to Get Rich or Die Trying. That's all I'm saying. It all helped. The movie, the CD. It helped his career. It wouldn't be the 50 Cent who he is today if he didn't get hit them 9 times.
So let's say this, because this is what I believe in. You're going to be what you're going to be, no matter what.
Exactly.
If it's meant for you to succeed, you're going to succeed. Everybody can hate you, you're going to succeed. If it's meant for you to fail and be nothing, everybody can love you. You're going to fail and be nothing. So okay. I agree with that.
That's all I'm saying.
What people can find you at?
You can find me on Instagram, JWhite_CEO. On Facebook, I'm Janay Credit Goddess White with a blue check, and I got a blue check on Instagram. On TikTok, I'm J White Credit University. And my business phone number is 904-834-5116. I do prefer text because I'm still black. I don't like to answer unknown numbers.
People talk crazy.
Text
So
first.
yeah, you can text me
Text
first.
me first, please.
And I try to always be open and available.
That's what's up. We appreciate you.
I appreciate y'all for having me, young man.
You really
Thank y'all.
are.
Y'all make
I'm
an old
pretty
lady
sure
feel
we-
special. It's very
everybody
nice to
gonna
meet
take
you.
A lot
Very
from
nice
this,
to meet you.
this
Thank
interview.
you.
Everybody gonna take a lot away from this. You know what I mean?
Hey, this
I
make it make
definitely
sense, man. Y'all like,
gonna take a lot
subscribe,
from
and
this.
comment.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Yes.
all the
And I'm gonna
children.
subscribe, like,
I
and
thank you.
comment and
Yeah,
everything.
I appreciate you.
See some guests too.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Go fix your credit, bitch.
When you talking to me, you talking Laguini to make it make sense. Make it make sense. You had you a bag, but that was the past. You had the shit since. Hey, where it went? We all in the game. We ballin' real hard and we came off the bench. We were just selling them things and getting that green. I feel like the Grinch. I feel like the Grinch. When you talking to me and you talking Laguini to make it make sense. Make it make sense. Say that you had you a bag, but that was the past. You had the shit since. Hey, where it went? We all in the game. We ballin' real hard and we came off the bench. We were just selling them things and getting that green. I feel like the Grinch. I feel like the Grinch. Take me an inch and turn into a mile.